if you're just sitting on a flat surface, okay, and you're just going so slow where you're just at the friction point and you're just kind of rolling out, your bike's gonna maybe do a little bit of wobbling, okay? So that's why I like to have my feet on the ground, because if it starts to do a little bit of wobbling, I don't want to get scared and actually panic and let the clutch out and then actually hit the gas and boom, and then all of a sudden, next you know, you go whee, right? So that's what I didn't want to do. So at first I got used to a little bit of the wobble, okay, because when you're going that slow, your bike will wobble a little bit, your hands might be turning around a little bit, but don't get too excited. Don't do anything drastic, because when you're going that slow and you just really do this, you could drop your bike, okay? So don't do that. I'm gonna let go of this because my hand's been holding on to it for like 5 minutes. So that's what I did. Get used to the clutch of going in and out, just to the point where you feel it wanting to go. Once you're good with that, walk with the bike just a little bit. Keep walking with the bike by going in and out, walk with it. Once you get good with that, you want to start to pick up your feet a bit, like just off to the side as you get going, right? Even let your feet kind of drag slightly as you get going, and then you pick your feet up. By the time you pick your feet up, you should be able to have the clutch completely out. You should, as you're going, you got your feet out, you should have your hand completely off the clutch as you're moving, okay? At that point, that's when you should have, and at that point, if your feet are off the ground, then you should be able to pick them up and put them on your pegs, okay? Just like that. You should be able to. And if you make sure wherever if you're practicing this in a parking lot or anything like that, make sure you got lots of room. I had no room typically, because like this is what I practice doing this on, because like I said, all I wanted to do was get the clutch down, getting out of first gear. I did not want, because I knew once I figured that out, I knew I was going to start to go on these roads. You can see the cars kind of pass here and there. So my road that I do live on does have cars that go by quite often, so I didn't want to get into that shit. And then what I did was, after that, I knew the next road that I was going to take was going to take a right onto a side street that's a little bit more quiet with no cars and everything. And then that's the street, it's a big U, and I was going to use that street as to ride and get going, and to get my feet really up off the pegs and go through first, second, or third gear, just to get up the first, second, and third. So we all know that first gear is what? Down on the clutch. I mean on the shifter. And then to come back up, it's in the second, it's 1, 2. So you go up, and then up again, and then up again. Okay. So the orders of the gears is down 1, up, up. Sorry, it's down 1 and then up. So 5 ups. Okay. Most of you guys have already seen all that kind of stuff, and basically now you're just waiting for me to show you where I rode my bike and whatnot, and where to get going and whatnot. So I'm going to show you the exact path of what I did. This is exactly how I'm going to show you exactly what I fucking did on day 1 on my first ride ever on a super sport bike, and never been on a fucking motorcycle my entire life. I'm going to show you the exact place that I went to. Okay, so I'm hoping that by showing you this video, this will give you the confidence and the understanding that these things aren't all that scary. Okay, they're very easy. Okay, once you get riding them, they will basically ride themselves. So I want to show you guys that. Okay, so I'm going to show you the exact path that I took. And then my buddy lives right around this one area, and that's when I'm going to shut off the camera Okay, and then I'm gonna end the video because I actually have to head to this place. But it's convenient because it's exactly the path that I'm taking to get to this place. Okay. All right, so here I go. First gear. I'm gonna ride just like I did too. Okay, I'm just gonna ride. So right now I'm walking with my feet up. I'm walking. I'm slightly walking, but I'm going about 6 kilometers an hour, and I got my right hand. I got my right hand on the brake. So this is what I did. I put my right foot on, and this is all I did right here. First gear, turn my first right. Turn my first right. I was like, oh my god, I'm going 30 fucking kilometers an hour, and I stayed in first gear like this. This is all I just stayed in first gear. I was freaking out. I was going 30 kilometers an hour. I was like, this is way too fast, way too fast, way too fast. And then I got gutsy, if you will, and I pulled in the clutch and then shifted in the second. And when I did that, I was actually pretty surprised. Right when I shifted in second, I had told myself right then and right there, I can ride a motorcycle. And I only did that because I wanted my confidence to get higher. So this is me. I was literally going this slow, 20 kilometers an hour around here, just getting used to it. Then when I came around this bend, okay, I come around this bend, and I was still in second gear, and I wanted to just test the power for a sec. So I just slowly, gradually, and I was like, oh my god, 50 kilometers an hour. Let go. Oh, I let go of the throttle right away. And I'm barely even touching it, but it's nice and smooth. So you accelerate really fast, but it's so smooth that it's not too scary. At first it does get a little scary, but it's not so bad. So then I put it in neutral. See how you go like this to brake? That happens a few times, especially when you get going, and then you start. So right now I got my feet down by my side. I'm like this. Okay. Now I started to get going again. I'm just slowly shifting and cycling through the gears. Okay. I'm in third gear now, and I'm going 39, which is good, on a 40-kilometer road. Okay. But as you can see, there's cars coming at me, and it was just like this. Okay, there's a car there. That had no effect on me whatsoever. People said they get a little scared when they were going by cars. A single car like that coming past me at the time was not scary at all. Okay, I see that there was a car coming to the right that was just on that side street. So in my head, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a guy behind me. Now here's the thing, coming right up here, I have pretty much just a straight little run at this, right? This whole street is really straight. I had a fucking red light coming right up here. All right. So now I had to remember how to downshift. Okay, I'm not rev matching or anything like that this time. I'm just literally rev matching. And then I just turn into this turn so gradual. And then this is a 60-kilometer-an-hour road. This is how fast I was going on this road. 38 kilometers an hour. This is how slow I was going. Alright, so I'm just going to speed it up a little bit, because I didn't want to just continue to drive down this road at 40 kilometers an hour. But that's what I did for as long as you've seen me right now. I'm going 40, 40, 40, 40. Here's a turn right here. The first turn. This is back towards my my place here. Okay. So basically, my buddy lives to the left here. He lives to the left there. So that's where I would be going. But I'm just going around. I actually got to go back to my house. I forgot something. But that was it, everybody. That was my exact route. And I went to my friend's house, and I was like, dude, I showed up there with the bike, and he started laughing because he was over at my house earlier on.